So in our last week of this month in May, and we're looking at our series, Redesign Does Not Happen in a Vacuum, we're going to be talking about one of the big issues that starts to come up, and it's not often if you're starting with math faculty that are working on a math change or science faculty working on a science change. We don't often start with the idea of all the other players at the college or the institution that are going to be affected, but you should, because it very quickly will move out of your department and your small group or task force or whoever, and it has wide-ranging implications. This is always the part where I say it has tentacles. So things that you need to keep in mind of when you're doing a redesign, and what always makes it take longer, is the fact that you're going to have outside things that you don't necessarily have control over, but you have to work within those constraints. It could be getting data from IR. I will warn you, if you're going to need any data, which you will, you need to be asking for that yesterday, because it always takes a long time to get data. Your IR departments are typically swamped, and a lot of times you have turnover in those departments and people are just trying to keep up. So it never seems to be a quick process to get data. And I've definitely been a part of situations where we've had to get creative. We pulled data ourselves and processed it ourselves so that would not hold us up. I'm able to get a lot of change made quickly, and a lot of it comes from being creative and being tenacious. Honestly, that's what a lot of it is. So one thing you need to think about is, are you going to need data? Another is anything going to involve IT? Because if it does, you need to get those folks in ASAP, and it's going to take time if there's any programming or whatever changes you have to make that are going to involve your online structures or your digital infrastructures, which most changes do. Other things to consider: if you're going to make a change, advisors and counselors have to be aware of it. You've got to advertise changes, you've got to educate the areas that are impacted, or all of your work will be for naught. So these are some things that you have to think about. And again, this is what adds to the timeline of redesign. So if you've listened to this series and you're like, okay, great, Kathy, what do I do? How do I get going? You need to start sooner than you think. That's the moral of the story. So if you want to start piloting something in the near future, near is probably going to be 9 months at the quickest. If you can get it in 6 months, awesome. And there are sometimes ways to make that happen, but it depends on what time of the year you start and how much buy-in you have, all of those other pieces that we've talked about, how much are they in place. So it's going to take a lot of time. That's just the reality of it. And the point is, if you're looking at these different aspects, if you're aware of them and ready for them, change can absolutely happen, and you don't have to be derailed by these common situations, which are going to occur in every single redesign. So last thing I'll mention is, if you're just like, I need help, reach out to us. This is what we do. This is our sweet spot. We love working with schools and helping them make changes in a way that works and that people can live with and that lasts. So let us know. Hope you have a wonderful day.